So why you're not hitting driver as far as you could do is because of these two moves that you are missing in your swing. And I can guarantee you're going to pick up yardage if you can get these two into your swing. And I'm going to give you a practice routine on how to do this at the end of the video too. So the first move you're missing, and that is starting the downswing before your backswing has been completed. This is something we see all the longest players on tour do, something that Jon Rahm does really well in his golf swing also. So amazing player, of course. And we see with Jon Rahm, even with his very short backswing that he possesses, we see him immediately, as soon as he's getting just before the completion of his backswing, his lower body uncoils into the downswing. So this is huge for power because it really creates this big stretch and release cycle of those lats, which unloads a tremendous amount of speed. So also just from the general coil up and the torque and unloading of the torque can create a ton of speed. It also creates more club path control. When we have that lower body mid-torso separate, the club stays on path because the sequencing of the downswing is just so good. So if we can get that into our swing, really getting that lower body mid-torso to turn into the downswing before we complete the backswing of our arms and upper body, we're going to be hitting the ball way, way further. Something we see amateur golfers do all the time is they'll be having that upper body be the first thing to move in the downswing. Lower body mid-torso won't turn until about mid-downswing, and that's so much wasted yards. So that's number one. Number two is lead side extension through the impact area. So why this is so powerful is because this is what gets the vertical force out of the ground in your golf swing. Vertical force is the biggest speed producer. So this is going to gain a lot of yardage for you. So imagine a vertical jumper, so a high jumper. They're not going to jump too high after their little squat if they don't jump. How silly does that sentence sound? If they don't jump, they're not going to jump very high. Of course they're not, because they haven't jumped. But that's because that's what a lot of you are doing, but in a golf swing sense. You have lowered down, having that squat that everyone's trying to get, but you're not coming back out the ground again. So the power that you've put into the ground, that squat, hasn't come out. That's why it's a silly thing, but that's what you're all doing out there. You're going down and staying down and wondering why you can't hit the ball far. So that's why we see all the best players in the world have this extension of the left side. It's the power that's gone down into the ground coming back out again. That's what it is. So if you can get that left leg straightening going through the shot, what that does, that gets the whole left side of the body going up and around. When we extend that left side, the left shoulder goes up, but it also goes round to the left for the right-handed golfer. So what that also does, that gets you rotating better through the shot. You start to end up clearing those hips at that last little minute through the shot. We'll see so many of you out there will maybe get yourself a little bit open at the start of downswing, and you will remain at that level of rotation going through the shot because you don't have that left side extending through the shot. So it helps with your power, also helps with your accuracy too. So here's that practice routine. So first and foremost, we want to get that first point in, and that is getting the lower body and mid-torso to turn before we complete the backswing. So for this, we actually don't need a club at all. We just need our lead arm here. So what I want to do is get up to the top of my swing, and I want to make sure that I am cupping my left wrist with my right. So I get up to the top of my swing there, and you can see I'm pinning my left arm back. But as we get to that completion of the top of the swing with a little backswing here, I want you to start to turn the lower body and mid-torso. So just as you're at the completion there of pinning that left arm back, get that lower body and mid-torso turning. Just that. That's the only thing I want you to do here. That's going to train that lower body, mid-torso to go. You're pinning your arms back, so you can't do anything with them, can't do anything with your upper body, but you're training that movement. Brilliant. That'll be a good one. If you could do about 5 of those, absolutely awesome. Now the lead side extension. What we want to do, grab a stick, put the alignment stick just outside the right foot and along the toe line. Now I want you to elevate this stick into the air, all via just extending the lead side. So snap that left leg straight, and that's going to get that left side of the body going up and around, which is going to elevate the stick into the air and around a drive the ball position. So I'm not doing anything, dragging it up, I'm all just doing it via snapping that left leg. There we go, and you can hear a whoosh when I do it. So again, around 5 of those you can do. And you can repeat that if you're doing it at home, let's say over and over again, or you can do that in between shots, let's say groups of 3 balls, feel that exact same feel. separating that lower body, mid-torso, turning it before you complete your backswing, snapping that left leg. So here we go. So there you go, that'll be an awesome routine. 5 and 5, 3 balls. 5 and 5, 3 balls. Very monotonous, yes, but this is practice. This is getting things into your swing. You can think of these out on the golf course and you'll have some success, but this is about long-term changes. This isn't about quick fixes. We want to get this movement into your golf swing because we want to get you hitting the ball further. That's the best way to get better at golf. So if you enjoyed this video, click that like button. If you want more golf instruction just like this, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button too to be notified every time I put out a video.